Have you ever felt the sting of unrequited love or felt undervalued by those around you? It's common to find ourselves in emotional turmoil when we give too much power to others' opinions and actions. But it's time to change that and make them realize the mistake they made by not valuing you enough. Today, you'll learn to shift their perception and make them regret their choices. Let's start with a simple exercise to understand why you're feeling so hurt. Why did their decision affect you so deeply? Feeling shattered and incomplete when someone you care about doesn't recognize your worth is a sign of emotional dependency. This happens when we unconsciously believe our value and happiness depend on that person's presence and approval. Remember, before you met this special person, you were already complete and autonomous. Seeking external validation can lead to emotional dependency, where your self-esteem hinges on others' opinions or actions. This dependency makes you vulnerable and can trigger an identity crisis, causing you to doubt your own worth without their validation. It's crucial to accept your negative emotions to heal. Denying them will only keep you stuck, while facing and processing them will help you recover more quickly and healthily. By embracing your emotions and reflecting on your inherent value, you can overcome this adversity and move towards emotional well-being and authenticity. Now that you recognize and accept that you no longer matter to that person, it's time to act. I have tools to make those who undervalued you realize their mistake, and a special surprise for women. You'll learn how to effectively and simply control a man's actions. If you're a man, I'll show you how to avoid being controlled. Today, you'll get everything you need in this single video. Get comfortable, pay close attention, and let's begin. Value yourself. To achieve Stoic serenity, it's crucial to free yourself from the need for emotional validation. We often seek approval from those who don't value us, creating a harmful cycle that needs to be broken. Consider a former colleague who once asked if I might return to work, simply to gauge my feelings. This behavior was nothing more than a search for emotional confirmation. This person was loyal to colleagues who were closer to the boss, hoping to advance their career, and disloyal to me, especially during my toughest times. For me, they stopped being a friend. Even though they are no longer part of my life, they still feel the need to see if they hold a place in my heart. This shows a desire for validation and a lack of genuine appreciation for others. People who abandon you might try to come back, but that's when you show you no longer care. They just want to know if you miss them or what you do for them. In the case of an ex-partner, it's important not to give them that assurance. The assumption that you will remain a loyal admirer after a separation needs to be challenged. Instead of confirming their feelings, stay strong on your path to emotional self-sufficiency. True strength is found in staying unaffected by such inquiries and finding internal balance without relying on external validation. Improve your physical image. It's important to recognize that progress in life can take many forms, each impacting various aspects of our existence. Improving your physical condition and enriching your social circle are examples of how every step forward represents a seized opportunity. For the Stoic, these improvements are not just external, but also indicative of internal and conscious development. Psychologically, physical improvement can be a form of self-care and personal empowerment that might even cause regret in someone who didn't value you before. This external change reflects internal growth and increased self-esteem, leading to a re-evaluation of personal worth and relationships. However, it's crucial to remember that the primary goal of any personal change should be your well-being and satisfaction, not seeking validation or trying to influence others' emotions. Stoicism teaches that focusing on personal development and building a positive self-image is far more beneficial in the long run than seeking external approval. It's also important to recognize that everyone is responsible for their own emotions and reactions. and you can't control how others will feel or act in response to changes in you. This is your time to shine and show that your worth depends solely on yourself. So get comfortable, pay close attention, and let's begin this transformation together. Regret is an emotional response belonging to the other person and should not drive your actions if you seek to grow and improve yourself. Therefore, any positive change should reflect a commitment to self-improvement and personal integrity, rather than a quest for external validation or reactions to others' perceptions. The Stoic focuses on their progress and development, maintaining a balanced perspective centered on virtue, unaffected by fortune's fluctuations or others' opinions. Enjoy your single life. There's no deeper desire in my heart than imagining your loneliness and misery in my absence. Perhaps you've felt this before, with past partners, wishing them well while secretly hoping they realize what they lost. That feeling can make you feel needed and loved. But it's crucial not to show them your longing, as it only reveals desperation. Their departure opens a wide horizon of possibilities you've always dreamed of exploring without needing their approval or company. Now is the time to embark on new adventures. Immerse yourself in joyful celebrations and allow yourself to lose control now and then. This is your chance to live fully and embrace each experience with the intensity it deserves. Is there a sweeter revenge than living your life to the fullest while they watch from a distance? True happiness is the best revenge, reflecting the lost opportunities of those no longer by our side. Embrace new and exciting experiences. When relationships change or friends no longer value you as they once did, it's a great opportunity to focus on what truly makes you happy. Shift your attention away from these past connections and invest your time in exploring new interests you've always wanted to try. If painting has never been on your radar, now might be the perfect moment to express your emotions on a canvas. Painting is more than just creating art. It's a way to communicate your inner feelings without words, where every brushstroke can convey a gentle whisper or a powerful shout from your soul. As someone who is single, you have the advantage of time, an invaluable resource you can devote to honing your artistic skills. Spend time learning about light, shadow, composition, and color, and watch how these elements come together to create a visually compelling story. When you feel ready, showcase your work online. The internet is a vast platform where your art can reach a global audience and receive recognition. Imagine the fulfillment of receiving positive feedback from both strangers and friends, acknowledging the talent you've developed with dedication. Those who knew you in a superficial way may begin to appreciate the deeper aspects of your creativity, and maybe, just maybe, someone might regret not fully valuing your creative spirit. Remember, though, that your artistic journey should be for yourself. As Friedrich Nietzsche once said, art is the highest expression of man's joy and freedom. And while art serves as a metaphor here, you can replace it with any other passion you have, such as working out, playing sports, doing calisthenics, or engaging in community service. Let your pursuits be a path to self-discovery and self-expression. Seek not external approval, but the inner satisfaction of living an authentic life, exploring your potential, and leaving a meaningful impact through what you love. Be kind, but set boundaries. Navigating a friendly relationship with someone after your paths have parted requires both maturity and understanding. When you cross paths with this person, approach them with warmth. Offer a friendly greeting, ask how they've been, and briefly share some positive updates about yourself. This approach shows that you've grown personally and can help heal old wounds, allowing both of you to move forward with mutual respect. It's important to maintain a healthy emotional distance. Keep interactions to casual encounters and light conversations. At social events, a polite greeting is enough. Then focus on enjoying the company of others. If a funny story comes up, laugh naturally, but avoid overdoing it for attention. These small but meaningful actions show that you're doing well and can handle your independence. As Friedrich Nietzsche wisely noted, the maturity of man is to have regained the seriousness he had as a child at play. Applying this idea to your interactions means you can be genuine and respectful while keeping an emotional distance that supports your personal growth and harmonious relationships. Tap into their hero instinct. Want someone to recognize the value you brought into their life and what they're missing now? There's a powerful strategy that can help you do just that. This approach can make them realize what they've left behind and appreciate it even more. Although this tactic is often used by women, men can also apply it in reverse. The key is to connect with their innate sense of heroism, the natural impulse to be a hero that many men have. This idea, called the hero instinct, was introduced by relationship expert James Bauer. It's based on the notion that men are naturally inclined to respond to certain triggers in relationships, something that many people don't realize. When these triggers are activated, men feel like the heroes in their own stories, which leads them to love more deeply and commit more fully. You might wonder why it's called the hero instinct. Do men need to feel like superheroes to truly commit? Not exactly. It's not about needing to be a Marvel character or to act out dramatic scenarios. Instead, it's about making subtle changes in how you interact with him to tap into this deeper part of his nature. James Bauer suggests that activating this instinct can enhance romantic relationships and strengthen bonds between partners. To do this, ask your partner for help with both big and small tasks. This makes them feel needed and appreciated. It's also important to express your gratitude for their support, which boosts their confidence and connection to the relationship. Honest communication about your needs and desires helps too, as it shows them how they can best support you. Allowing them to protect and care for you reinforces their role and commitment. Each person is unique, so what triggers this instinct might differ from one man to another. Understanding your partner and knowing what actions resonate with him is crucial. The essence of the hero instinct is simple. It's about using the right words and actions to make him see how much he values you and what he's missing. As Friedrich Nietzsche wisely said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." In relationships, this means when a man finds a compelling reason to commit, he'll overcome any obstacle to be with that special person. You can be that reason, inspiring him to be his best self and rekindling the connection that's still there. Stirring up jealousy. As part of the strategy to make people regret not appreciating you, a common approach is to make them feel jealous. Psychologically speaking, flaunting a new relationship or a new circle of friends after a breakup can be seen as a tactic to provoke a reaction from your ex or even from friends who have drifted away. When you start hanging out with new people, looking happy and receiving compliments, it creates the impression that you no longer need those who distance themselves. This might prompt them to come back, feeling desperate and eager for your attention. This behavior often signals an attempt to prove one's ability to move on, which can generate feelings of jealousy and regret in an ex-partner or former friends. By seeking a new partner or enjoying yourself with new friends, you might subtly suggest that the loss was not that significant and that finding replacements is easy. This can be seen as a show of strength or dominance, akin to alpha behaviors in nature, where the focus is on the new relationship rather than on the ex-partner. Sharing photos with a new partner or friends on social media can amplify these feelings. The public visibility of these images can make the replacement and progress seem more real, causing your ex-partner to question their own worth and the new relationship. This might lead them to reflect on their actions and possibly even wish to reconnect. It's important to note that these tactics can have various effects depending on the specific dynamics of the relationship and the personalities involved. Additionally, using these strategies may not always be healthy, as they can perpetuate a cycle of reactive behaviors and negative emotions, rather than fostering constructive resolution and personal growth after a breakup. Take your career seriously. Being free from emotional entanglements can be a great opportunity for personal and professional growth. As Nietzsche put it, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." This idea suggests that by freeing yourself from emotional distractions, you can discover a deeper purpose and pursue it with determination. Without emotional baggage, you can focus more clearly on your personal goals. For instance, being single can offer a sense of freedom that allows you to explore your true passions and ambitions without the complications that relationships might bring. This phase can spark deep self-reflection and open up new possibilities that previously seemed out of reach, like starting your own business or dedicating yourself to creative pursuits like writing or art. However, pursuing these dreams should not be a way to escape reality or distract from feelings of loneliness. It should be a genuine pursuit of your true self. This process requires courage and authenticity as you commit to your passion and work towards it with dedication. By doing so, you become the creator of your own future, driven not by external expectations, but by a deep sense of personal fulfillment. Embracing solitude and directing it towards your professional and personal goals not only helps you grow, but also allows you to make a lasting impact on the world around you. Invite their friends to a gathering. Social interactions and group dynamics significantly impact how we deal with emotions and perceptions, particularly after a breakup. When you spend time with your ex-partner's friends, it triggers a range of psychological processes. Sharing enjoyable experiences with them can help create a positive image of yourself. This image might reach your ex-partner or others who didn't value you properly, potentially making them feel a sense of loss or nostalgia for the good times you once shared. However, it's important to think about the ethics of this approach. While it might seem like a clever way to influence your ex-partner's view, it could also come across as manipulative. As Nietzsche noted, "What is done out of love always takes place beyond good and evil." This quote reflects the idea that actions driven by love and emotions can transcend traditional moral boundaries. Pretending to be okay when you're not is a form of self-presentation designed to shape how others perceive you. It can serve as both a protective mechanism and a way to spark interest or curiosity in your ex-partner. This strategy can lead to various outcomes. It might aid in personal growth and emotional recovery, or it could turn into a cycle of psychological games that prevent true closure and healing. Therefore, it's essential to reflect on why you're using this approach and whether it truly supports your long-term emotional well-being or merely perpetuates unhealthy patterns. Moving on. Experiencing a separation is a profound and often tumultuous period in one's life. It signifies not only the end of a relationship, but also the beginning of a journey towards self-discovery and personal growth. This journey is deeply rooted in self-reflection and the acceptance of the complex emotions and experiences that arise from letting go of someone important. The process of moving on from a significant relationship involves more than merely forgetting the past. It requires a deliberate and thoughtful reassessment of one's life and the reconstruction of one's sense of self. Letting go of someone who has been an integral part of your life involves a multifaceted approach. It is not simply about erasing memories or pretending that the relationship never existed. Instead, it is about acknowledging the impact that the relationship had on you and understanding how it has shaped your current identity. This process involves several stages, each contributing to a deeper understanding of oneself and the journey ahead. Self-reflection. This stage involves looking inward and examining your feelings and reactions to the separation. It's essential to understand that this is a period of intense emotional upheaval. You may experience a range of emotions from sadness and anger to relief and confusion. Engaging in self-reflection allows you to make sense of these emotions and recognize their significance. Journaling, meditation, and talking to a trusted friend or therapist can be helpful in processing these feelings. Acceptance of complexity. Emotions following a separation are rarely straightforward. You might find yourself grappling with conflicting feelings, cherishing the good memories while mourning the loss of the relationship. Accepting the complexity of these emotions is crucial. It is natural to feel both gratitude and grief simultaneously. Recognizing that these emotions coexist can provide a more nuanced understanding of your healing process. Rebuilding your sense of self. After a separation, it is common to feel as though your identity was intertwined with that of your partner. Rebuilding your sense of self involves rediscovering who you are outside of the relationship. This might include revisiting old passions, setting new personal goals, or exploring new interests. It is a gradual process where each step forward helps to reinforce your value and individuality. During the recovery period, self-care becomes an essential component of the healing process. It is important to view self-care not as a sign of weakness, but as a necessary practice for emotional and psychological well-being. Engaging in activities that bring comfort and solace can play a significant role in navigating this challenging time. Spending time alone. Solitude can provide a space for introspection and healing. It allows you to reconnect with yourself and reflect on your needs and desires without external influences. Embracing solitude can help you gain clarity and reinforce your independence. Comforting foods and activities. Indulging in comforting foods or engaging in familiar activities, such as watching movies or reading, can offer a sense of security and stability. These activities can provide temporary relief from emotional pain and serve as a form of self-nurturing. Seeking support. Surrounding yourself with supportive friends and family members can provide emotional validation and encouragement. Social support is crucial during times of transition, as it helps to mitigate feelings of isolation and loneliness. Moving on from a separation involves accepting the reality of your current situation and committing to personal growth. This acceptance is not about erasing the past, but about integrating it into a larger narrative that encompasses both the losses and the lessons learned. Integrating the past. Understanding that the past is a part of your journey allows you to embrace it without being defined by it. Reflecting on what you have learned from the relationship and how it has contributed to your personal growth can help you move forward with greater insight and resilience. Valuing your own company. Learning to value your own company is an essential aspect of personal growth. Finding contentment in your independence and recognizing your worth outside of the relationship can lead to a more fulfilling and self-sufficient life. Setting new goals. Establishing new personal goals and aspirations can provide direction and motivation. Whether it is pursuing a new career path, engaging in creative projects, or developing new skills, setting goals can help you focus on your personal development and future opportunities. Arthur Schopenhauer's metaphor, "Fate shuffles the cards and we play them," offers a philosophical perspective on the nature of life and personal growth. This metaphor highlights the unpredictable nature of life and the importance of how we respond to the circumstances we face. The role of fate. Life is inherently unpredictable, and we often encounter situations that are beyond our control. The separation is one such instance where fate has dealt us a challenging hand. Recognizing that fate plays a role in our experiences can help us accept the reality of our situation without dwelling on feelings of injustice or frustration. Our response and choices. While we cannot control the cards we are dealt, we have the power to choose how we respond to them. Each choice and action we take after a loss is an opportunity to shape our future. How we navigate the healing process and the decisions we make about our personal growth are within our control. This perspective empowers us to take charge of our journey and make the most of the opportunities that arise. The journey of personal growth following a separation is a deeply transformative experience. It involves embracing self-reflection, accepting complex emotions, and committing to personal development. By engaging in self-care, integrating the past into a larger narrative, and valuing your own company, you pave the way for a more fulfilling and authentic life. Love yourself. If he doesn't love you, in the grand tapestry of life, the most profound relationship you will ever have is the one with yourself. While we often look for validation and approval from others, the most crucial and enduring source of support should come from within. It's essential to recognize that you should be your own biggest fan. This notion transcends mere self-affirmation. It's a deep, introspective journey of self-love, acceptance, and personal growth. Self-love is not just a catchy phrase or a fleeting trend. It is a fundamental principle that underpins mental and emotional well-being. True self-love involves much more than simply saying, "I love myself." It is an ongoing, dynamic process of accepting yourself wholly, embracing your flaws, and forgiving yourself for past mistakes. To truly love yourself, you must engage in a process of deep introspection. This journey requires you to confront your insecurities and self-doubts, and to come to terms with your past actions and regrets. It is about acknowledging your humanity and recognizing that, like everyone else, you are imperfect. The aim is to cultivate a compassionate relationship with yourself, similar to the kindness and empathy you would extend to a close friend. One of the cornerstones of self-love is acceptance. Accepting yourself means recognizing and embracing all aspects of who you are, your strengths and your weaknesses, your successes and your failures. This acceptance is not about resigning yourself to your shortcomings, but about understanding that these imperfections are part of what makes you unique. Forgiveness plays a pivotal role in this process. Often, we carry the weight of past mistakes and regrets, allowing them to hinder our personal growth and self-esteem. To move forward, it is crucial to forgive yourself for these errors. This is akin to how you would forgive a dear friend who has made a mistake. When you extend the same grace and compassion to yourself, you release the hold that past actions have on your present self. Forgiveness is not about forgetting or excusing past behaviors, but about letting go of the self-criticism and guilt that impede your progress. By forgiving yourself, you free yourself from the shackles of self-judgment and open up possibilities for personal development. Loving yourself fosters inner strength. When you are your own biggest fan, you build a resilient foundation of self-worth that is impervious to external validation or criticism. This internal fortitude empowers you to face life's challenges with greater confidence and poise. Self-love acts as a buffer against the negative impacts of others' opinions. When you're secure in your self-worth, you're less affected by rejection or criticism. For instance, if someone does not choose you or does not value your worth, it is not a reflection of your value, but rather an indication of their personal preferences or shortcomings. Understanding this distinction allows you to navigate interpersonal relationships with a healthier mindset. Self-love is not a destination, but a journey, one that requires ongoing self-reflection and growth. It involves regularly examining your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors to ensure they align with your values and aspirations. This process of self-reflection helps you stay connected with your true self and make adjustments as needed. Practices such as journaling, mindfulness, and meditation can aid in this introspective journey. They provide tools to explore your inner landscape, gain insights into your motivations, and address any internal conflicts. These practices foster a deeper understanding of yourself and contribute to your overall sense of well-being. Compassion is a critical element of self-love. It involves treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to others. This means being patient with yourself during difficult times, acknowledging your efforts and achievements, and not being overly harsh when you fall short of your expectations. Self-compassion also entails recognizing that everyone experiences struggles and setbacks. Just as you would comfort a friend who is facing difficulties, extend that same comfort to yourself. Embrace the idea that being imperfect is part of being human, and that you deserve kindness and encouragement from yourself. Self-criticism is often a significant barrier to self-love. It can manifest as negative self-talk, self-doubt, and an internalized sense of inadequacy. Overcoming self-criticism requires challenging these negative thoughts and replacing them with affirmations of your worth and abilities. One effective strategy is to reframe your thinking. Instead of focusing on what you perceive as your flaws or failures, shift your attention to your strengths and accomplishments. Recognize and celebrate your successes, no matter how small, and acknowledge the progress you have made. While self-love begins within, the external environment also plays a role in reinforcing your sense of self-worth. Surround yourself with supportive and positive influences, people who uplift you and encourage your growth. Create a space where you feel valued and appreciated, and where your self-love is mirrored and reinforced by those around you. Engage in activities that nurture your well-being and align with your values. Whether it's pursuing a passion, engaging in creative endeavors, or participating in community service, find ways to enrich your life and reinforce your sense of purpose. In conclusion, being your own biggest fan is a profound and transformative practice. It involves a continuous journey of self-love that requires acceptance, forgiveness, and compassion. By embracing this journey, you build a strong foundation of self-worth that empowers you to navigate life with confidence and resilience. Self-love is not a one-time affirmation, but a lifelong commitment to understanding and nurturing yourself. It's about treating yourself with kindness, releasing the hold of past regrets, and celebrating your unique strengths. As you cultivate this relationship with yourself, you open doors to personal growth, deeper connections with others, and a more fulfilling and meaningful life. So, embark on this journey with an open heart and a willing spirit. Be your own biggest fan, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never imagined. The path to self-love is both a gift and a journey, one that holds the promise of greater fulfillment and happiness. In the intricate journey of life, self-love emerges as a cornerstone for building resilience and achieving personal fulfillment. The strength gained from self-love is not merely about constructing a shield against rejection or adversity, but about fostering a profound inner foundation that enables us to face life's challenges with unwavering resolve. This strength is not about avoiding life's inevitable disappointments, but rather about cultivating a robust sense of self-worth that sustains us through even the most trying times. Self-love is fundamentally about recognizing and affirming our inherent worth and dignity. It's a practice rooted in the acceptance of ourselves as we are, with all our strengths and imperfections. When we truly embrace self-love, we no longer seek validation from external sources to affirm our worth. Instead, we derive our sense of value from an inner assurance that we are enough on our own. This inner security allows us to navigate relationships and experiences with a sense of balance and self-respect. When we choose to be with someone, it should be from a place of personal fulfillment rather than from a sense of neediness. True companionship and love are built on mutual respect, shared values, and a genuine connection that enhances our lives rather than completing them. Self-love ensures that we enter relationships as whole individuals, not as those seeking to fill a void or to be completed by another person. This perspective is crucial because it shifts the focus from dependency to mutual growth and shared happiness. Achieving true happiness is deeply connected to finding inner peace. This inner peace comes from understanding and accepting ourselves, not from external factors or the presence of others in our lives. Often, once we attain this state of self-contentment, we realize that our worth and joy are not dictated by the presence or absence of another person. This realization can be profoundly liberating. It allows us to engage with life from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. Self-love is a practice of affirming that we are enough as we are. In this self-sufficiency, we find not only a sense of completeness, but also a powerful form of resilience. This resilience acts as a form of revenge against those who fail to appreciate us. It's not about revenge in a literal sense, but rather about asserting our value and thriving, despite the lack of recognition or appreciation from others. Recovering emotionally after rejection or loss is a multifaceted process that requires deep introspection and self-care. Rejection, whether in relationships, careers, or personal aspirations, can shake our confidence and leave us questioning our worth. However, it's essential to understand that our emotions should not be entirely dependent on external validation. Emotional dependence on others' opinions can lead to a fragile sense of identity. When our self-worth hinges on how others perceive or treat us, we become vulnerable to their actions and judgments. This dependency can make us susceptible to emotional turmoil whenever we encounter rejection or criticism. To overcome this dependency, we must embrace our emotions and engage in reflective practices that reaffirm our intrinsic value. Overcoming emotional dependence involves several key practices. Self-reflection. Regularly engaging in self-reflection helps us understand our emotions and reactions. By analyzing our feelings and responses, we gain insight into our intrinsic worth and the sources of our emotional triggers. Affirmation of self-worth. Affirmations and positive self-talk are powerful tools for reinforcing our self-worth. By consciously affirming our strengths and accomplishments, we counteract negative self-perceptions and build a stronger sense of self. Embracing vulnerability. Allowing ourselves to be vulnerable is a courageous act of self-love. By acknowledging our vulnerabilities, we open ourselves up to deeper emotional experiences and growth. This acceptance helps us build resilience and emotional strength. Setting boundaries. Establishing healthy boundaries is crucial for maintaining emotional well-being. Boundaries help protect our energy and ensure that we engage with others in ways that are respectful and nurturing. Cultivating inner strength. Developing inner strength involves building resilience through self-care practices such as mindfulness, meditation, and pursuing activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. These practices help us maintain emotional balance and navigate challenges with grace. Seeking support. While self-love emphasizes internal validation, seeking support from trusted friends, mentors, or therapists can be invaluable. These external sources of support can provide perspective, encouragement, and guidance as we navigate emotional recovery. Achieving lasting emotional well-being requires ongoing effort and commitment. It's a journey of continuous self-discovery and growth. As we cultivate self-love and emotional independence, we gradually build a stable foundation from which we can navigate life's ups and downs with confidence and resilience. In this journey, it's important to remember that setbacks and challenges are part of the process. Embracing self-love doesn't mean we won't experience pain or disappointment. Rather, it means we approach these experiences with a sense of inner strength and self-assurance. By reinforcing our self-worth and nurturing our emotional health, we empower ourselves to face life's adversities with greater resilience and grace. Ultimately, self-love is about recognizing and honoring our inherent value. It's a commitment to ourselves that transcends external circumstances and relationships. As we deepen our practice of self-love, we find that our capacity for joy, fulfillment, and resilience expands. We discover that we are not defined by the presence or absence of others, but by our own sense of self-worth and inner peace. In embracing self-love, we embark on a transformative journey towards a more authentic and fulfilling life. It's a journey that leads us to greater self-awareness, emotional independence, and lasting happiness. Love yourself because you truly deserve it, and in doing so, you open the door to a life of greater resilience, fulfillment, and inner peace. In the realm of emotional recovery, self-acceptance and forgiveness have emerged as critical components. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology highlights the profound impact these practices can have on an individual's ability to navigate and overcome emotional challenges. This research underscores the significance of self-awareness and acceptance as foundational elements in fostering emotional resilience, autonomy, and authenticity. To understand the full scope of these findings, it is essential to delve deeper into how self-acceptance, forgiveness, and personal development contribute to emotional well-being and growth. Self-acceptance involves embracing oneself fully, including both strengths and weaknesses, without judgment or denial. It is a cornerstone of emotional health and plays a vital role in how individuals respond to life's adversities. When individuals practice self-acceptance, they create a stable internal environment that can buffer against external stressors. This practice involves acknowledging and validating one's own feelings and experiences, which leads to a more resilient mindset. Research indicates that self-acceptance helps individuals cope more effectively with stress and emotional setbacks. By accepting oneself, a person reduces the internal conflict and self-criticism that often exacerbate emotional distress. This acceptance allows for a more compassionate and understanding approach to personal struggles, which is essential for emotional recovery. Forgiveness, both of oneself and others, is another crucial element in emotional healing. Forgiving oneself involves letting go of guilt and self-reproach for past mistakes or perceived failures. It is a process of releasing the negative emotions associated with past actions and moving forward with a renewed sense of self-compassion. Forgiveness is not about forgetting or excusing wrongdoing, but rather about freeing oneself from the emotional burden of anger and resentment. This act of liberation can have profound effects on emotional well-being, promoting psychological flexibility and reducing stress. Forgiving others similarly helps in relinquishing feelings of bitterness and revenge, which can otherwise hinder emotional recovery and personal growth. Improving one's self-image is fundamental to emotional recovery and overall well-being. Self-image refers to the perception one has of oneself, which influences how individuals interact with the world and how they feel about themselves. A positive self-image is closely linked to higher self-esteem and a greater sense of personal efficacy. Focusing on personal development, be it physical, emotional, or social, can significantly enhance self-image. Engaging in activities that promote physical health, such as regular exercise, balanced nutrition, and adequate rest, not only improves physical well-being, but also boosts self-esteem. The sense of accomplishment from achieving fitness goals or maintaining a healthy lifestyle can reinforce a positive self-image and contribute to overall satisfaction. Emotional and social development are equally important. Building emotional intelligence, such as managing and expressing emotions constructively and developing meaningful relationships, can improve self-perception. Personal empowerment strategies, including setting and achieving personal goals, seeking support when needed, and cultivating self-compassion, further enhance self-confidence and satisfaction. Psychologically, engaging in new activities and exploring personal interests plays a significant role in emotional recovery. The theory of post-traumatic growth, PTG, suggests that individuals can experience profound positive changes as a result of overcoming adversity. According to this theory, facing and navigating through difficult experiences can lead to increased personal strength, a greater appreciation for life, and improved relationships. Exploring new hobbies or interests, such as painting, writing, or other forms of creative expression, can be particularly beneficial. These activities provide an outlet for emotional expression and self-discovery. Artistic pursuits, for instance, allow individuals to channel their emotions into a tangible form, facilitating emotional release and insight. Engaging in creative activities can also uncover new aspects of oneself, contributing to personal growth and a deeper understanding of one's identity. Self-acceptance, forgiveness, and personal development are interconnected and collectively contribute to the development of resilience, autonomy, and authenticity. Resilience, the ability to recover from setbacks, is bolstered by a strong sense of self-acceptance and forgiveness. When individuals accept themselves and forgive past mistakes, they are better equipped to face future challenges with a balanced perspective. Autonomy, or the capacity to make independent choices and govern one's own life, is enhanced by self-acceptance and personal growth. As individuals develop a positive self-image and engage in activities that align with their interests and values, they gain greater control over their lives and decisions. This autonomy fosters a sense of empowerment and personal agency. Authenticity, or living in accordance with one's true self, is deeply rooted in self-acceptance and personal development. When individuals are true to themselves and embrace their genuine identities, they cultivate deeper and more meaningful connections with others. Authentic living aligns with personal values and aspirations, leading to greater fulfillment and satisfaction. To apply these insights to everyday life, individuals can start by incorporating practices that promote self-acceptance and forgiveness. This may include engaging in reflective exercises such as journaling about personal strengths and areas for growth, or seeking professional support to address unresolved emotional issues. Additionally, focusing on personal development through physical self-care, emotional intelligence, and social engagement can enhance self-image and overall well-being. Experimenting with new activities or hobbies can provide valuable opportunities for self-discovery and emotional expression. In social interactions, maintaining a polite but distant relationship with those who didn't value you demonstrates maturity and self-control. A friendly and respectful approach, while keeping emotional distance, helps protect your emotional integrity and supports the healing process. Finally, activating the hero instinct in a partner, a concept introduced by relationship expert James Bauer, can enhance the bond and improve the relationship. This idea suggests that men, in particular, respond positively to stimuli that activate their sense of purpose and commitment. By making your partner feel appreciated and useful, you reinforce their protective role and desire for commitment. In summary, emotional recovery and personal growth after a loss or rejection involves self-awareness, self-acceptance, personal improvement, and healthy social relationships. By actively applying these strategies, you can overcome emotional challenges and emerge stronger, ready to face new experiences with a renewed sense of self and appreciation. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest content. See you in the next video.